Hello everyone, this video will show how to solve logarithmic equations involving radicals. Now let's go over this first example. I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite this equation down here so that we can get rid of the radical symbol or the square root symbol that we have right here. We're going to square both sides. So the antidote for square root is squared. When we have a square root and a squared, they get canceled out. So we are left with ln of x minus 1 is equal to 9. Now we remember that the invisible base for natural logarithm is e. So we can go ahead and change this given logarithmic equation into its equivalent exponential form. So we're going to start with the base e raised to the power 9 is equal to the argument x minus 1. So that from here, we can go ahead and solve for x by isolating x by itself on one side. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So our x is e raised to the power 9 plus 1. Now let's move on to the next example. For this example, we're supposed to isolate square root of ln of x on one side of the equation, which means we need to get rid of 1 and 2 on the left side. We can do that first by subtracting 1 from both sides. So if we subtract 1 from both sides, we're left with 2 square root of ln of x equals 4 because we have 5 minus 1 is 4. Again, we want to isolate square root of ln of x on the left side. So what are we going to do is we will divide both sides by 2 so that we're left with this quantity right here. To get rid of the square root here, we're going to square both sides. So if we square both sides here, this squared and square root gets crossed out. So we are left with ln of x is equal to, this is supposed to be squared as well up here, so that's equal to 4. Again, we are left with this because the square root and the squared gets crossed out. So we're left with ln x and 2 squared is 4. From here, we can go ahead and remember that there is an invisible e as the base for natural logarithmic equation. So we can go ahead and rewrite this in exponential form. That would be e raised to the power 4 is equal to x. So pretty much our x is e to the 4th power. So that is how we solve logarithmic equations involving radical.